Rain poured heavily over the city that night, the streets glimmering like silver rivers under flickering streetlights. A tired young woman, Maya, clutching her worn-out purse and a broken umbrella, ran toward a sleek black car parked by the curb. She leaned in, shivering, and said breathlessly, "Hi, are you my Uber driver? Please, I'm late for my night shift. Can we go?" The man behind the wheel looked up slowly, calm, composed, wearing an expensive suit that didn't quite fit the image of a driver. He didn't answer immediately. His piercing eyes studied her through the rearview mirror before he finally said with a soft smile, "Sure. Hop in." Maya slid into the back seat, completely unaware that the man she had just mistaken for her Uber driver was actually Ethan Cole, the new CEO of the very company she cleaned offices for every night. And that one innocent mistake was about to change her life forever. Maya's life had been a string of quiet struggles. At 29, she was a single mother, raising her 6-year-old son, Leo, in a cramped one-bedroom apartment in the heart of the city. Every day began before dawn, preparing Leo for school, dropping him at her neighbor's house, then rushing to her cleaning job at Cole Enterprises. She worked tirelessly, unseen and unheard, polishing the marble floors, dusting office desks, emptying trash bins, often while the city still slept. But behind her tired smile lived a fire, a woman who never gave up, even when life gave her every reason to. At night, she would sit beside Leo's bed, watching him sleep, whispering, "One day, baby, Mama will give you a better life. One day." But the world wasn't kind to women like Maya. Bills piled up. Rent increased. Her boss at the cleaning agency constantly cut hours to save costs. Yet Maya stayed strong. Because she couldn't afford to fall apart. That night, the night of the rain, her shift had been suddenly moved to a new time slot. She was told the new CEO was visiting the building early morning and the offices had to sparkle before sunrise. Exhausted and already late, she rushed out, calling for a ride on her old phone, which froze halfway through the app. When she saw the shiny black car waiting near the curb, she thought it was her Uber. She didn't know it was him, the man who would soon be her destiny. Ethan Cole had just arrived from New York that night. 34, heir to a billion-dollar business empire, but nothing about him screamed arrogance. He had worked his way through tragedy, losing his parents young, running the family company, and building his name from the ground up. He believed in hard work, not titles. That evening, tired of the corporate chaos, he had driven himself to the office instead of calling his driver. And when Maya mistook him for her Uber, something about her eyes, exhausted but filled with quiet strength, caught him off guard. He said nothing. He just drove. Maya sat in the back seat, nervously glancing at the meter on her phone that wasn't moving. When they reached the office building, she fumbled through her bag. "How much do I owe you?" she asked softly. He smiled faintly. "You don't owe me anything, Miss Maya," she said. "Thank you, sir. You're kind." She stepped out, still not realizing who he was. But Ethan couldn't stop thinking about her. The next morning, as the staff gathered to welcome the new CEO, Maya stood quietly by the cleaning cart, wiping the glass doors. When she finally looked up, and saw who walked through them, her breath caught. It was him. The Uber driver. The man from last night. Ethan's eyes met hers briefly, and something unspoken passed between them. She wanted to disappear. He wanted to know more. The following weeks were chaos for Maya. Rumors spread that the new CEO was tough, perfectionist, impossible to please. But to her surprise, Ethan wasn't what people said. He was calm, intelligent, observant, and oddly kind. Yet every time Maya saw him, her heart raced. She hoped he didn't remember the Uber incident. But he did. One evening, while everyone had left, Ethan walked into the janitor's closet where Maya was organizing supplies. "You missed a spot," he said with a half-smile. She froze, panicking, until she saw the amusement in his eyes. "You remember," she whispered, cheeks burning. "Of course. You thought I was your driver," he chuckled softly. "Don't worry, your secret's safe with me." That small moment became the start of something gentle, unspoken yet powerful. Ethan started noticing her more. The way she worked long hours without complaint. The way she helped others. The way she still smiled even when her world looked heavy. And when he found out she was a single mother struggling to keep her son in school, he quietly arranged for the company to start a staff scholarship fund, ensuring employees' children could study for free, without revealing it was his idea. But fate wasn't done testing them. One night, Maya was fired by the cleaning agency's manager for standing up to harassment. Devastated, she gathered her things, tears silently falling. When Ethan heard, he rushed to find her. "You're not fired," he said firmly. "Not anymore. You work for me now, directly. As my personal assistant." Maya was stunned. "Sir, I don't belong in your world." Ethan smiled softly. "You belong wherever your courage takes you, Maya." Weeks turned into months. She worked beside him, learned, grew, not realizing she was changing his world too. Ethan, who once believed money could fix everything, learned from her the meaning of heart. And Maya, who had lost all faith in miracles, found one standing right beside her. One evening, under the same silver rain where they first met, Ethan parked his car outside her building. When Maya walked out, he opened the door for her and smiled. "Need a ride, Miss Maya?" She laughed, a sound full of life and love. "Are you my Uber driver again?" He reached out, took her hand gently, and whispered, "No, I'm just the man lucky enough to drive beside you. For the rest of my life." The rain fell, the city lights shimmered, and the poor single mom who once mistook him for a driver had just found her forever home. In the heart of the man who never forgot her courage. Sometimes life's biggest blessings come disguised as mistakes. Kindness can rewrite destinies. And love, real love, sees worth where the world only sees struggle.